This is Mr. O, the narrator, and once again, welcome to this Friday, Memorial Day weekend, right here in my backyard here of Miami. And welcome to another edition of White Thugs Friday. Now, the picture that you see here, no, this isn't the Joker from The Dark Knight or Suicide Squad or the Injustice games. This happens to be the subject who I'm talking about, and this happened to happen right here in my backyard of Miami, Florida. The gentleman that you see here name is Patrick Sullivan, 29 years old, who was arrested in court. And guess what he was doing? Waving a gun and pointing it at not pedestrians but motorists here in public. You know, now we already had enough of these Joker lookalikes, like the one that shot that senator down in Arizona, or the one that started the shootout in a movie theater in Aurora. Remember that one? You know, they all took on the likeness of the clown prince of crime. You know, but you know what? As me being a big fan of DC and Marvel, I can't help to ponder that, you know, it's all the ones who happen to be, you never heard no black person basically, you know, taking on the mindset or the psychology of Batman's arch nemesis of the clown of crime, the Harlequin of hate. But it always seems like it's always these old Caucasoid pale males are the ones doing it. But I can tell you this happened like a while back and stuff like that, and I can't help but go ahead and report this type of story and story what goes on here and right here in my backyard. I mean, I wouldn't be as good as what I do if I don't keep an ear to what's going on right here in the Magic City. But let's just go ahead and just get into the details of this story. You know, and this one, WWSB, my Suncoast, you know, they an affiliate of CBS News 4, Channel 7 News, NBC 6, and WPLG Channel 10 News. So here by Erica Brown. Joker lookalike arrested for waving gun at cars in Miami. Now, a man closely resembling the Joker character from The Dark Knight was arrested by Miami-Dade police Tuesday night. This happened Tuesday, y'all. This happened Tuesday. Now, police said he was waving around and pointing a loaded gun at passing cars. Lawrence Patrick Sullivan, okay, I got his middle name, but I didn't get his first name. Lawrence Patrick Sullivan, 29, was arrested on charge of carrying a concealed firearm. Officers responded to the report, which described a man with green hair, tattoos on his face, who was pointing a gun at passing vehicles. The officer spotted Sullivan walking out of the front gates of the Hammocks Place apartments. Now, he patted Sullivan down and found the firearm. I know where Hammocks Place is at. I know where that's at. Which was a Smith & Wesson handgun, 6 rounds in the mag, in Sullivan's pocket. Sullivan, who was listed as a tattoo model on the arrest report. See how hold on, let me see. See how Miami-Dade police goes ahead and makes up this. Now, like I said, if this been a black person that would have been doing this, the first thing they'd have went through and they said like a gangbanger or a gang member or something. You know what I'm saying? But because, you know, he's white, and like Tariq Nasheed say is white because I say so, he's a tattoo model. Fuck out of here. He was booked into the jail where he was being held on $5,000 bond. What? Wednesday. Now, the attorney information was immediately available. Yeah, of course. That basically means the son of a bitch is going to get out. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm gonna just be real with you or whatever. Now, that's him right there. The proceedings, the bond hearing and stuff. And that's the judge, Maria Espinosa Dennis. And no, I never had her back in the day, so. But here's the thing like this. Had this been a black person that had been doing this, he wouldn't have never made it to the courtrooms. They'd have said like he'd have been shot. You'd have seen about 10 or maybe 20 police cars pulling up, guns drawn, and they would have probably gone in and shot him dead. Miami-Dade police is, well, I call them Miami-Dade sheriffs or city Miami police. None of them. It wouldn't have been no different. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, but it's just like what I say. When it comes down to disorderly conduct, whites lead in that category, and most of the times the perpetrators are often happen to be white males. Now, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna go there one more time. So now I know it's gonna be a lot of these old racist trolls, these old hate trolls that gonna try to come on here with that bullshit. All these coons gonna come out there with their bullshit. Well, what about black on black crime? Well, I'm finna shut your ass up right about now, because this is what I always keep with me at all times. And everybody, all my subs, if you have any type of dispute or like that, you can also go here too. I'm gonna leave a link right here in the description, as I always do when I do my White Thugs Friday show. And the reason why I call it White Thugs Friday, because see, 84.5% of the crimes committed in this country are committed by white people. Okay? Are committed by white people. And this is the 2015 FBI Crime in the U.S. Crime Report, Table 43. This shows you by arrest and so on. Now, when it comes down to, let's look at the crime that what he was charged with. Weapons carrying, possession, etc. All right. Well, look at this. 57.7% white. 40% have to be black. Not too far from each other though. But 57.7% for weapon possession of a firearm, carrying a firearm. And wasn't Sullivan arrested for carrying a firearm in public? Nah. But see that's what that Flocka do to you. Flocka's pretty big here in South Florida, and like my man Taurine, like my partner in crime Taurine Rain say, when he does his video with white people being the new face of heroin, yeah, heroin is getting back pretty big down here too, as well as cocaine. After all, I'm in Miami. This is the drug capital of the world. And it has been for the past 28 years. So now when it comes down to disorderly conduct, ooh, look at this. 64% of people arrested for the charge of disorderly conduct, white. Blacks only make up 31% of that. Everybody else is below either 4% or lower, or none at all. So Sullivan was arrested for concealing a firearm, possessing a firearm, and see, white's leading that. So next time when it comes down to that, and you got one of these trolls, and I know that they come from Yahoo and aka Stormfront East or Stormfront or wherever like that. I get them all the time. They come with that bullshit. Look at this. And we can go down a little bit more further. You can go down to table 43B, which is arrest under 18. Okay. Now, in Sullivan's case, he's 29. So that's 62% white, 33% black total when it comes down to it. Now, for table 43C, look at this. Arrest 18 and over. Whites lead in a whopping 74.4% total when it comes to crimes, arrest under these crimes that you see right here, compared to blacks who only got 26%. So they can't really argue with you like that. Now, when it comes down to the weapon carrying possession over 18, same thing. Look at this. 57.9% white, 39.8% black. And also, same thing applies to when it comes to drug abuse violations. Like I said, white people lead in that area when it comes to the new face of heroin. Shoot, they're also the new face of Flocka too. I still remember that man who got butt ass naked and ran up and down the train tracks like he was the damn Flash, naked. Well, yeah, he was the Flash, literally. Good grief. And he was on that Flocka, you know. And yes, before any of you idiots start to go there, yeah, I know about the brother who was over there on the bridge, off over there on the JFK Causeway, not JFK Causeway, but the one leading from MIA all the way over to South Beach, while he was on them bath salts. Yeah, I know about that. Shoot, I was over in that area when that happened. Nothing goes down in my city without me knowing about it. Disorderly conduct, drunkenness, liquor laws, whites lead in all that shit. Vagrancy, 69.2%. All the other offenses, look at that. Look at that. So that would go ahead and that shuts down a lot of the foolishness that goes on when it comes to that. This Joker here looking like the guy from the Joker from the Suicide Squad with Jared, that played by Jared Leto. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. Had I been driving and he'd have been doing that around me, apparently he might have did that over in an area where it's mostly white people at. I'm assuming it might have been down the Hammock Place Apartments. That's down south, to be honest with you. That's somewhere down south. That's not going to be anywhere near like Central or North Dade. Trust me. Because somebody he'd have did that to somebody. Somebody would have had something for his ass. Trust me, to solve that problem. See, the thing is, when it come down to the white supremacists, and I don't even know if he's a white supremacist. I'm not even gonna say that. He's just some nut job, They but no different. They just go ahead and they gonna pick soft targets. In other words, where I come from, it's like this. They know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with. It is what it is. That's how it way like that. So, like, to my people here in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, even everywhere like that, you always got to be on code and be on guard, because you got lunatics like this running around like that. Now, you're probably gonna see a lot more worse than that, because the South Florida heat would do that. Humidity would do strange things to people, and that's for anybody, whether you from out of Maryland, or whether you are from out of Bluefield, West Virginia, or whether you from out of Charlotte, North Carolina, or you from Orange County, California, or Oakland, or wherever. Chicago, wherever. Let's just give you a little heads up. The weather has always been perfect. The weather's always been like this. But you also got these crazies running around here. They either on that flocka, they're on that heroin, they be on bath salts. Man, they got a new, I think they got a new drug that's out here now. I got to find out what it is though, so that everybody be talking about. But you know, now they around here smoking synthetic weed, you know. You know, or now the new craze that's here, what they getting into, they're taking incense now and they're rolling it up and smoking it. Now I've seen most of the majority, it's them. This guy here, like, it's just something. It's just something. But let me know what y'all think about this, about the clown, the Harlequin of hate wannabe here. Sorry about that. But sorry again. Let me know what y'all think about the clown, this cheap imitation of the Clown Prince of Crime. And I'll be following up with another episode of White Thugs Friday.